Nairobi Central Police Station OCS Samson Talaam was arrested on Friday, June 13, in connection with blogger Albert Ojwang's death. Speculation spread that Talaam was arrested while in Eldoret, a claim that lawyer Danstan Omari refuted. Central PS OCS Samson Talaam was not arrested in Eldoret, but availed himself in Nairobi, contrary to reports.
My name is Danstan Omari. I'm the advocate for the OCS, Central Police Station 1, Mr. Talaam. I want to clear 4 issues to the whole world so that it is settled. 1, on the issue of what happened on the day the deceased met his fate. First and foremost, the OCS, Mr. Talaam, sends condolences to the family of the bereaved. He's a father, he's a husband, he is a citizen, and he understands the loss of life. Also, his lawyers, we equally send condolences to the family of the late Ojwang, and we seek that justice be done. And that is the message from the OCS, that he will want justice be done on the whoever is responsible for the death of Ojwang. Number 2, on the material day that the late Ojwang got his death, our client, Mr. Talaam, was not on duty. He had handed over the station to his deputy under the chain of command as provided for by the police service standing orders. He handed all the instruments of his office. He handed over the pocket phone for communication to his deputy. He left for his personal interest, but in Nairobi. That is very, very critical. The second statement the OCS wants to put to the public is that he received a personal call on his personal number, personal line, not on the official OCS pocket phone or police communication gadget. At around 9 something, I'm very poor in terms of timing, the call came from a DCI officer who wanted to inform the OCS that they have somebody they have arrested and they want that person booked at Central Police Station. Unknown to this DCI that the OCS has handed over the station, the OCS directed the DCI that there is an officer in charge now. You go there, you'll be attended. That is the only telephone call Mr. Talaam received from the DCI officers who had arrested the late from Homa Bay. Mr. Talaam continued doing his personal family matters up to around 1 something towards 2 p.m. when he was again, now this time, called by the officer who was holding his deputy, called him and told him of what the incident that happened. From the time the late was brought to Central Police Station to the time the body was found, Mr. Talaam was nowhere near the police station. After he was called and told what has happened, he stopped his family engagement. He went back hurriedly, took over the station as the OCS, provided for ensuring that the scene of the crime, if at all it was a crime that time it was not known, the scene is preserved. He ordered for Mr. Ojwang to be rushed to hospital. He took over the station around 2 something. Third, Mr. Talaam has instructed us to get all the CCTV footages where he was, because he was in a public place around Langata area. We shall be producing CCTV footage to show that he was nowhere near the police station called Central Police Station. We shall equally be looking for his travel data on his phone from the time he left Central Police Station to the time he came back to Central Police Station, to clearly exonerate the OCS that he was never near the scene of crime. He was never briefed what was happening, because once you hand over to somebody to carry on his duties, you are not duty bound to micromanage what has happened. So that is on the question of his whereabouts on that fateful day. When he went back, the report that was issued was a report. He also was told of the circumstances that happened. It is not Mr. Talaam, because he was not present. He did know. He relied on the information given by the officers who were present. The third issue is what happened after the body was declared dead. Mr. Talaam, for record purposes, IPOA has given false information to the members of the public. How that Mr. Talaam was arrested yesterday at Eldoret, and he was being transported back to IPOA offices. This is news that IPOA released around 3:40 p.m. This is the chronology of the events leading to to Mr. Talaam being at Langata Police Station. 1. Mr. Talaam watched on all media stations the Director of Criminal Investigation, Mr. Mohammed Amin, said the OCS is a person of interest in this matter. Mr. Talaam got in touch with me and another advocate called Mr. Kiton. We advised him to present himself to the DCI. At 2 on Friday yesterday. Unfortunately, I was in court dealing with the matter of one of the police officers who was arrested and was in court called Mugwana. The lawyer, my colleague, Mr. Kiton, came to court. I told him, because we were to take Mr. Talaam to the DCI, Mr. Kiton go and take Mr. Talaam to report and surrender to the DCI. At 2 some minutes, Mr. Kiton presented Mr. Talaam to the office of the Director of Criminal Investigation at Mazingira House, the DCI headquarters. Mr. Min instructed his officers to take possession of Mr. Talaam, Mr. Talaam to be presented to IPOA in the company of his advocate, Mr. Kiton. Mr. Talaam was taken to IPOA headquarters. He was handed over to IPOA. IPOA took a statement of Mr. Talaam in the presence of his lawyer, Mr. Kiton. After they finished with their statement, they brought Mr. Talaam to Langata police station in the company of Mr. Kiton, an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. They reached here and an issue arose. Who will book Mr. Talaam to the cells? And that is what I said yesterday, a standoff arose. Under the National Police Service orders, under the Police Act, the National Service Police Act, under the Constitution of Kenya, only a police officer can book an inmate into an OB, and that OB puts that person to the cells. This is a matter being investigated by IPOA. The officers in IPOA are not gazetted police officers. So, as we are here, the OCS, according to us, is booked illegally by an ordinary citizen working for IPOA without the relevant clothes and powers of a police officer. But we advise our client, just comply. That is the first illegality that we have put it out very clearly. That IPOA, 1, did a wrong information that they arrested him. 2, they have booked him here illegally without the police having entered the OB. The third issue at hand is that now he's here, he is likely to be arraigned in court on Monday. We shall be fighting for the legal process, due process to be followed so that Talaam is not persecuted because of politics or any other extraneous reasons.